Hello, hello. Welcome to day 949 of Connecting the Thoughts. Quote for today is Forgiveness sets you free. Now, a simple four-word sentence, quote, and I'm just wondering which one would you like to focus on? Which word would you like to focus on? Would you like to focus on forgiveness? Would you like to focus on you? Or would you like to focus on free? Because that's what it is, isn't it? Forgiveness sets you free. Hi, Cindy. So, how often does it happen that you have someone upsets you, you have a fight, a tiff with somebody, and you're just not able to forgive them. You just don't know how. How can I even forgive that person after what they've done to me? They've walked all over my trust. They've hurt me. I trusted them. They did this to me. It shouldn't have happened this way. So many things that we say to ourselves. And someone I had recently interviewed when we were speaking about conversations and communications very beautifully said, Elaine, she beautifully said, when you don't forgive the other person, it's like you're hugging a cactus. So all these thoughts that are going on in your mind about they hurt me, they walked over my trust, how could they do this to me? I trusted them, I thought better, blah, 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 works as a cactus. It's something that's constantly pricking in your mind. It's something that's constantly pricking in your heart. It's constantly hurting you. And yet you hug it, you hold on to it so tight as though that's the ultimate truth. And when you do that, you are hurting yourself first, because those are thoughts going on in your mind. Maybe the other person did what they had to and moved on. Maybe they don't even know you're upset. Maybe they don't even care that you're upset. So if you forgive the other person, and really like truly forgive the other person, and it takes time to come to that space, when you come to that space of forgiving the other person, and also forgiving yourself for hugging that cactus, that's when you're truly set free. That's when you are truly set free. Because my friend, it's not about the other person. When you are holding on to anger, when you are holding on to bitterness and hurt, it's you who are holding on to it. Think about that. And write in comments if this makes sense to you, if what I'm saying resonates, if you've been there, on either side of the equation. And I mean, you don't have to tell me which side you were on. If you've been there, and if this resonates with you and you get what I'm saying, just type in a yes. Just type in a yes so that I know you've been there. Yes, you have been the person who's hurt someone, or you've been the person who's been hurt by someone. You've been someone who's held on to anger. You've been someone who's been the reason for the anger. I've been on both sides of the equation. And not a very nice place to be. Very much thought very difficult many times. Yes, though very difficult many times. Yeah. I mean, it isn't easy. Forgiveness isn't easy. And that's the whole beauty of it, isn't it? When you forgive, you set yourself free. When you don't forgive, it's like you keeping yourself very safe inside this prison of bitterness and anger. You're standing, holding on to those bars and saying, I will not let you free. And you think you're holding the other person inside that prison, but actually it is you. Because when you're standing so close to the bars and holding on, you forget which side you're on. Are you inside the prison? Or are you on the other side, screaming at the other person? Think about that. Think about that. Would you like to continue to stay in that prison and hurt yourself? Or would it be valuable to forgive? So, this is how I see it. I would love to hear your thoughts on anger, on forgiveness, on feeling upset. How has it served you? How would you like to serve yourself instead? Cindy says, why does the lack of forgiveness feel so good to us when we're not forgiving? I think it's that sense of control that we have. It's that sense of control that we feel we have. You know, when you're the metaphor I just gave you, where you're holding on to the bars and you're screaming at the other person and you're saying, I will not forgive you. Just imagine that. You're standing in front of these bars and you're holding on to them and you're screaming at the other person saying, I will not forgive you because you did this to me. You think that you're in control. You think like you've imprisoned the other person in your anger. With your anger, you feel like you've imprisoned them. By not forgiving them, you feel like you've blocked them. But honestly, you are the one behind the bars and not them. And yes, our ego gets bruised. Absolutely. Ego gets bruised. You feel like, why should I be the first person to forgive? Why must I be the first one? It was their mistake and not mine. Sounds very familiar. But you know, whosever mistake it is, until you forgive, you're the one behind bars. The other person, as I said, might not even be aware that you're angry, might not even care that you're angry, might have thought you've forgiven them, but you really, really need to clean that space in your heart. Thank you, Nasiba. Thank you very much. So break loose from those bars that you're holding on to. Stop screaming inside that cell and saying that, you did this to me, you did this to me, and so I'm going to not forgive you, and I'm going to put you behind bars, and I'm going to be very, very upset with you. Let go of those bars. Take a step back and realize it's you who was behind bars and not the other person. You have the key with you. The key is forgiveness. Just turn the lock and set yourself free. Forgiveness sets you free. And if this has been of value, please write in comments saying, let's use the power of I am, and let's write in comments, I am free. As simple as that. If this has been of value to you, please write in comments saying, I am free. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you have a friend who needs to receive this message today, thank you, Cindy. If you have a friend who needs to receive this message today, do tag them. Do share this on your wall if you feel this is something that your circle, your circle of genius needs to listen to. Just share. Because that's what these conversations are all about. It's about connecting the thoughts. And until tomorrow, keep smiling, keep shining, stay safe, and thank you for connecting the thoughts with me. Thank you so, so much. I am free in comments if this has been of value to you. See you tomorrow.